Whoa. Need some kind of sound effect. I actually don't know what this one is. Okay. Good job, everybody. So, for this first month of healing, if you want, you can allow yourself to be focusing on a level of self compassion and empathy. And you can extend that out to others as well. And as you do the inner work, I think you might find you have a greater ability to have the compassion and empathy for others. So let's start there. That's it. I mean, you could do more of this meditation, uh, on your own. You can listen to this recording, just the meditation part, and do it again. And if there are other areas of your life you want to look at and sit with, just to reiterate what we did, we just allowed one pocket of pain to arise, something we struggle with. Then we took a look at it energetically, the colors, the shapes, the form. Then we let some words around it pop up to see, what words come up in our mental conversations around it. We looked at a gauge for how much criticism we have towards ourselves because of this energy. And then we started to work on that criticism and started to bring in more acceptance towards it. And then the last thing we did is we held the energy in our hands, just like a ball of energy. We just held it in our hands and just did a little healing with our hands. Sometimes when you just like, you could do this with anything. I mean, you could, and we could work on this in future classes, maybe. You could take your issue around money or your issue around work or your issue with another person. You could just kind of put it in between your hands and feel it. Go, wow, it's rigid, it's heavy, it's stuck, it's angry. Just feel it. And then start to see if, as you feel it, if the energy wants to shift, maybe you pour some healing energy in from your hands, some intention of compassion from your palms of your hands into that energy, and see if it changes colors, shape, form. If you get like an awareness, maybe something pops off of you in your body. So we do a little healing with it in our hands, and then we can let it go, or we could plant it, and perhaps it'll grow into something. There's no one right way to do it. And you might be intuitive and go beyond what I said. And there are some more tools with that, but I think that's a good start. I know that when I reiterated what we did in that meditation, that sounded like a lot of things. So it's a lot. You go back, do the meditation again, see what happens. Before I close up for the evening, close up shop. Bye bye. No more shoe shines. uh, happy to unmute you all for a moment. And if anybody has a question, you could type it in. You could raise your digital hand. You can unmute yourself and say, hi, I have a question. Just kind of keep it brief for everybody. Anybody want to share, have a question, anything that came up in meditation you didn't understand or like a little more insight into around a tool or anything? Now or hold it till next month?
I have one
Okay,
thing.
sure. Juan Pablo, go ahead.
Well, for me it was in the throat, the tension, and I felt like I've been meditating and feeling it, and still, well, it is still there, and then I meditate and it's still there. So I think what he's saying now is for me to take action, to speak more.
Awesome. So you got an awareness of what your next step is. Great. Great. Thank you. Yeah, sometimes it's to just step up and actually do the thing. Yeah, sometimes it's like, all right, I've meditated enough. I'm going to go kick some ass. That's right. Yeah, you put on your earbuds, you put on some rocky music, and you get out there. Your neighbors think you're crazy. You're all jazzed up. Brian.
Thank you for the meditation. That was awesome.
Yeah.
And I have a question about playing with the energy you were talking about, or healing, I
Mhm.
guess, in your hands. And while you were kind of mentioning some things, so you could literally take anything, even though it's not necessarily like a physical, like a relationship with a person or
Anything.
anything, and you can heal it here and in between your hands.
Anything.
Maybe if you could give like a teeny tiny like
Yeah.
tip on how to continue with that.
Sure. So you said a relationship with another person.
Or
Just
yeah.
like it could take a form in meditation, right? It takes forms in meditations and it forms into images, or like what we were just working on with some pain. Let it take whatever form it wants, or maybe it's very nebulous. Maybe it doesn't have a form. You just have an intention and know that it's in a bubble and you're holding it in your hands. I'm holding this relationship in between my hands in an energetic bubble. So I'm giving it an energetic boundary. I'm putting it in a physical location, and then I'm just feeling it and seeing what it tactilely feels like, instead of just thinking about it all the time. And so you might go, "Wow, this relationship is heavy," or there's some spikes, or I could see little knives being thrown. Our intuitions all work differently, so we all might get like lightning might strike it, or it might break in half, or it might go, "Oh, it's just got some like rough edges that need some soothing." And as I soothe them, I have this awareness, "Oh, I've been holding back my feelings." You just get this, oh, you just get an awareness as you work the energy with your hands. And it could come in any form. I don't want to limit how that experience might happen for you. But you can use your hands as sensors to be aware of energy, just like we use our third eye to see energy. We can use our hands to start to feel it in a very tactile way, and then also see it together. So maybe we feel it and we kind of see it together. Yeah, just like when you're making love.
Thank you. That was helpful.
Never forget that part. Yeah. Just wanted to make sure you're all awake. Like, I'm not going to take that joke any further. Yeah. Okay. On that note, Brian, that was all you. You did that. Okay. Thank you all. That's all the questions I see for the moment. So our next class, by the way, so we have group coaching this Sunday if you're in that. And then our next class, healing class, is going to be on Monday, May 2nd. So not too long from now. Cool. I'm excited for that one with all of you. That'll be super fun. All right. Yay. Thank you all so much. Have an amazing evening, day, morning, whenever you are. I wish you the best, and hope this planet finds some peace soon and we stop fighting. That's my wish. All right, all. Love you. See you next time, okay?
Love you too.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
I'll send out the replay, okay? Because once isn't enough.
Mhm.
Bye. Bye, guys.